I'm live, and apparently my camera has been changed. Good morning. My name is Karen, coming to you from Solid Sand Studios. Let me get organized a bit better here. Did not realize that in the process of, I'm not sure what, some work on the house, the camera got moved. That looks a bit better. Hopefully that works for you. Maybe I'll turn it just a little bit more and I will up the light source. Today is October 29th, 2022. We had a fantastic frost overnight, so it is sort of, on the official side of heading into winter now. Hopefully you can see me much better than you could before. You can see my bike. And today I'm excited to bring you the Tortoise, or as they say in the Outer Hebrides, the Tortoise, which is really an approach to the practice that's not about winning because you're slow, but about slowing down, to pay attention, to be mindful, to be fully aware of how you're moving in and out of postures without too much focus on some final stopping point. In other words, we're not trying to get into a warrior two that is a perfect warrior two, but rather, how do we get to a position that is something like the shape of a warrior two, where our body is getting maximum for minimum effort? It's kind of hard sometimes to slow down. It makes the postures that much harder to work. But looking forward to this. It's coming off retreat, so do a little work up front on breath. Not that that has anything to do with retreat, but we had a fantastic retreat. And also just a note that we will be closing tomorrow until the 19th of November, when we will start our Saturday practices on our winter schedule, which will be 10 a.m. instead of 9:30. But today, 9:30, here we are together in Solid Sand Studios. Hurrah! So find a comfortable seat. We're together for 50 minutes. Lengthen the spine. See if you can loosen the knees. I am a little bit stuffy. I just had an allergic reaction to something, so no worries about health. Hands, if they can, palms face up, and we settle in. And for you this morning, I will share a loving kindness mantra. You do not need to memorize it, but as you take your breath in and out, you can focus on the breath while allowing the sense, the connotation, the meaning of the words that I share to kind of imbue your whole being. So draw your belly a little in and up. Press your tailbone down. Tuck your chin a little bit. And let's first shrug the shoulders up to the ears with a breath in. And then press them behind us and release them, breath out. And now with the lips lightly parted, you'll breathe in and out of your nose as slowly or quickly as makes sense for you. And if you're feeling agitated or concerned or worried or overstimulated, slow the breath down. If you're feeling a little bit sad or tired or even exhausted, you might speed the breath up a little bit. May you be kind. May you release what you no longer need. May you embrace your whole being. May you transition with ease. May you be kind. May you release what you no longer need. May you embrace your whole being. May you transition with ease. May I be kind. May I release what I no longer need. May I embrace my whole being. May I transition with ease. Very mindfully, deep breath in through the nose. Release it out the mouth. Bring the first two fingers of your right hand between and above your eyebrows. Rest your ring finger on your left nostril and block your right with your thumb. Breathe in through the left. Block the left. Open the right. Breathe out. Block the right. Open left. Breathe in. Block the left. Open right. Breathe out. One more time in this direction. Block right. Inhale left. Block the left. Exhale right. Block both nostrils for a pause. Unblock the right. Breathe in. Block the right. Open left. Breathe out. Closing the left again. Now open the right. Breathe in. Block the right. Open left. Exhale. Last time. Left blocks. Right opens. Breathe in. Block right. Open left. Exhale. Hand releases. Inhale through both nostrils. Exhale through both nostrils. Two more of those. Deep breaths in. And a complete breath out. Final one. This time, breath in through the nose as deeply as you can. Sip in a little more air. Open your mouth, let it go. Drop the hands by the sides. Let the arms get really heavy coming from the shoulders. That will create more space between your shoulders and your ears. Drop your chin down toward your chest. Keep drawing the belly in and up and loosen your calves and thighs. Draw your left ear to your left shoulder. Drop your chin. Draw your right ear to your right shoulder. Drop your chin. Lift your chin parallel to the earth. Turn your head toward the left. Breathe in. Turn it to the left a little bit more, and maybe even if the eyes are closed, the gaze moves way over to the left like you could peek at your left ear. Inhale, front and center. Exhale, twist to the right. The breath in brings the spine long. And a breath out, a little bit more space that you can utilize to twist. Eyeballs move over to the left. They rotate as far as they can go. Inhale, front and center. Taking your hands into a mudra with your thumb, bend your ring fingers and bring your thumbs to the flat part of the ring fingers. So we're going to lift the arms in front and then up overhead. Face the palms forward. Exhale, arms slowly come down. Super aware, really mindful. It doesn't matter how far we get, whether the arms are straight up or straight down, more so the process, the journey. This life is a journey. It's not a definitive middle and end. We are born, we live, but what is in the live part? What even is in the die part? That is up to us, and this practice helps us along that journey to find and share happiness, to live our best lives. We continue this up and down. This time, palms face up and we reach the arms out. Pause here to really stretch wide, and then inhale, arms overhead. This time we're going to cross the wrists and the arms in front of us. Drop them by the sides and lift them again. Palms face out now. Arms come out and down. Left hand down, right arm floats high. Breathe in, get tall. And a tilt over toward the right. Taking our time, being mindful of the heart lifting toward the sky. Inhale, both arms high. Slow exhale, cactus shape arms. Find this spot. Adjust this spot to be what it needs to be in each moment. The collarbones are wide. The heart is lifting. The front, sides, and back of the body are lifting from the hips all the way to the ribs and then up to the throat and the back of the neck. Elbows are wide, like you're making yourself have greater presence in this room, and the fingers are nice and wide. This time, right hand drops. We lift the left arm. Maybe it's straight and maybe it's not. And we take a tilt over to the right. Gonna love this life until the next one comes. It's a Neil Finn lyric. He is one of my favorite singer-songwriters. Arms lift overhead. We're going to take an east-west pose. Right arm forward, left arm behind for a twist. If you'd like to add a little depth to this, we're going to take a full round of breath here. And then drop the left hand behind us. It's sort of a twisty back bend. Lift the right arm. Opening up. Oh, that feels so good on the rib cage. Really feel the journey here. Rise back up, east-west pose. Breathe in. Stretch out. Come forward with both arms, heart forward, lock the arms back into the shoulders. Breathe in. Exhale, east-west pose. This time, right arm behind. And we find this journey without judging where the body is going and how the body is getting there. Simply being mindful of it. Drop the right hand, lift the left. Inhale back to east-west. Round of breath. We come forward once more. Drop the hands behind us. Maybe interlace your fingers or hook them. And then scoop the belly in. Drop your chin, round your spine. Find a fold over your legs. No judgment here about what part of the body is feeling what, where, when, why, and how. We observe. Maybe we notice a little tightness in the shoulders. Rise back up. Bring your hands behind you. Switch the cross of your legs. We're going to take that fold once again and see how different this feels. Maybe you interlace your hands the opposite way or hook your fingers the opposite way. Might feel a little awkward as we draw the shoulder blades together. Scoop the belly in. Drop your chin, round your spine, find your fold. We rise back up, this time moving into a back bend. The hands, fingers plant facing the body, the heart and side bodies. Lift, lift, lift. Drop your shoulders. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. I'm peeking at myself on the monitor to see what shape my body is taking, because I don't quite recognize it at the moment. It's feeling a little bit jet lagged. Lift the heart, draw the shoulder blades together, drop the head back. By the way, it doesn't matter what the body looks like. This was more of a check for me in terms of my proprioception. Where is my body in space? Where are my body parts in space? Rise back up. We're going to lift the arms wide and high overhead again. And then press the palms together at the heart like they found their home there. Allow them to really find that home. Feel what it feels like to have the energy from the heart reaching toward the thumbs. And then we're going to rub the hands together. A little kinetic energy, creating a little warmth. And any part of your body that feels like it needs a little extra love today, you're going to place your hands on that spot or those spots, because you have two hands, potentially. Some folks might only have one hand. Find that spot, give it a little love. And then draw your palms together at your heart once again. I'm going to take that loving kindness mantra. This is our slowing down class. So we are finding our way like a tortoise, as they say in the Outer Hebrides. Not the tortoise that necessarily wins the race, but the tortoise that finds itself on the journey and incorporates what it learns along the way. May you be kind. May you release what you no longer need. May you embrace your entire being. May you transition with ease. Bring into your mind now an intention or maybe a motivation for this practice today. Let's celebrate that. Let's use the sound of Om to do so. If you prefer not to chant, you are welcome to perform a silent Om or simply listen. We're going to take a cleansing breath first. And kindness to ourselves as we flicker the eyes open. Even if you are sitting on a prop, you're going to bring the soles of your feet to the earth, the inner inseams together. Wrap your arms around your shins and drop your head. A little kindness for yourself, a little love, a little stretch of the low back and the back of the neck. Maybe a little movement, extending the arms and then bending the elbows again. And as you draw the belly in, you'll find you make the opportunity to get closer to your thighs. Find your way into a child's pose. And if you prefer having a prop underneath you, because it brings the floor a little closer, that might be a bolster or a bed pillow, which you can place between the knees and under your belly. Then your arms can rest alongside it. Knees are nice and wide, big toes touch. Sitting bones coming toward your bottom, and your forehead reaches down to your prop or to the earth. Big breath in and out. Sometimes you think, oh, I'm in the posture now. Or maybe you don't think that, we just feel like we know that. But still the body is moving. There's beauty in that movement, the softening into or the check-in with the particular muscles. In this instance, a little bit of activation in the belly, but everything else is settled in. This is a go-to posture for any reason or no reason at all. We're going to find our way into a tabletop. Take your time. I'm going to remove my outer layer. I know some of you are not wearing layers, you don't need to, but I've got the heat on because it's kind of cold. And now I've started to heat up, which is fantastic. All that focused, concentrated, slow movement, allowing some of the large muscles to start to warm up. You're welcome to find cats and cows here, or any other shape or movement that the body is calling to you. Returning to a neutral spine. The wrists are right under the shoulders and the fingers are nice and wide. I don't know if you can see that on me given the movement of the camera before I came in today. Nice, strong spine. Super slowly, the right leg extends. Take your time. Bring the ball of the foot to the mat. Start to squeeze the glutes and the hamstrings. Reach the heel away from you. Draw the belly in and up. A little space between your shoulder blades. Then float that leg off the mat. Super slowly draw the knee to the nose. Inhale, extend. Draw the knee toward the right tricep. Inhale, extend. Let the knee cross the body toward the left elbow. Little twist. Inhale, extend. And one more time, knee to nose, keeping those hips as square as possible. And the knee returns to the mat. We take that to the other side. Left leg extends, ball of the foot on the mat. Find your way there. Square up those hips, draw the belly in, reach the heel away from you. Kneecap draws toward the quad. Float the leg. Knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen out. Knee toward the left tricep. Inhale, extend. Knee toward the right elbow. You get long again. And we take one more knee to the nose. Lengthen back out. And the knee returns to the mat. Maybe a wiggle, maybe a waggle. Hands move forward 3 inches. Toes will tuck under. We find our way into a downward dog. Slowly taking our time, being aware, allowing the body to find its way. Shortening the stance, lengthening the stance, pedaling. There's never a there. There's never a final. There's always movement, even if just the breath. Even when we say stillness, as you know, the breath is moving in and out of the body. Make your way to the front of your mat. A forward fold there, maybe a ragdoll. Really find your fold. Head is heavy, neck is long. Hands release. Hands glide to the shins, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sunrise, all the way to standing there, saluting the beauty and power of the sun. Take your time. Arms a lift. Only to fold again. Hands coming through the heart, knees softening. Finding your fold. Halfway lift. Uttanasana fold. Sunrise. And a sunset. Half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Sunrise. This time when we reach the top, right fingertips grasp the left wrist and give it a tug, getting nice and tall. And a tilt over to the right. Take your time. Lift back up. Release the hands to the sky. Switch your grasp. Give the right arm a tug. And a tilt over to the left. Lift up cactus shape arms. Close the door. Outer edges of the arms and the pinkies come together. Lift the elbows. Open the doors. Really use the shoulders, use the triceps, use the elbows. Close the door. Open the door. Interlace the hands at your low back. We're going to stay upright for a few breaths as we draw the knuckles down and open up the collarbones. Squeezing those shoulder blades together, draw the belly in and up. Check in with the outer edges of the feet, ensure they're on the earth, and then rise up to the balls of the feet. Bring the heels down, lift the toes away. Open them up, one at a time, starting with the pinky toes, bring them to the mat. This is part of the practice of awareness, of slowing down. And we're going to sit into a chair with our arms bound, our hands bound. Actually, if you like the arms bound, you can go ahead and bring one hand to the waist and then bring the other over. You might be cupping the elbows, or if you're not as open as I am not, maybe you're grasping onto your forearms. But the belly is strong. We're in chair pose. We rise back to the balls of the feet, squeeze the thighs. Keep the heels away. See if you can draw a little lower. Draw the heels back down. That belly comes in and up. And we find a fold over our legs, maybe keeping the legs nice and soft. Maybe coming back to interlaced fingers or hooked fingers. And perhaps the bind floats away from your spine. Exhale. Release the bind. Inhale, rise to standing, mountain pose. Finding what works for you, even as you notice the outer edges of the feet connected to the earth. Not scrunching the toes, just finding a connection. And you feel Earth's energy. You're gathering it up in the inner arches of the feet, which lift up a little bit. And then that energy drives upward, up your inseams to your knees, stacking them over the ankles, to your hips and stacking them over the knees, to your shoulders, stacking them over the hips. Then upward, elongating your neck, but not lifting your chin. And we take a little bit of movement, left and right, flopping your arms so the hands hit the body in some way, shape, or form. You can take them big. You can take them small, keeping your feet where they are. And we come back with the arms sweeping overhead and the hands at your heart. We're going to do what we did when we were seated. We're going to rub the hands together. Finding that heat, finding that energy, feeling it build up. And again, finding any body part or body parts and placing your hands there where the body needs a little extra love. For me, it is my SI joints. Maybe a little rock left and right. If you're folded over because you're bringing your hands to your calves, relax your neck. Once more, hands at the heart, rub them together. And then pause and bring the hands just a little ways apart until you stop feeling the heat between them. If that is the case, then you bring them a little bit closer until you feel that heat. Lift the arms up overhead. We're going to take a little kind of a sweeping chair motion. So we're going to sweep into chair with the arms coming out behind us, almost like a skier. And then we're going to lift back up. We're going to keep the belly strong as we do that. Exhale, chair. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, chair, arms behind. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair, arms behind. Inhale, arms up. 3 more of those. This time, chair pose, Utkatasana, take your time. Hands to your heart. Really slowly, keeping your right knee bent. You're going to shift onto your right foot and lift your left knee. Take it slow. Extend that leg behind you. You might come into a bird or warrior 3, but maybe you don't go that far. And find your crescent warrior. Back foot comes as far back as you can make it. Situate your feet. Remember, it's about finding what works best for you with the minimum effort. Left kneecap drawing toward the left thigh. And maybe the arms lift overhead, drop by your sides, or come into cactus shape. Take your time. Squeeze those left glutes to protect your low back. And as intimated at the beginning of class, we're going to slowly find our way to warrior 2. Bring your hands to your heart. Press them in front of you, arms long. And as you peel open your left arm, bring the outer edge of the left foot to parallel the back of your mat. Palms then will face down. You might need to shift things, maybe get a little longer in your stance. Maybe adjust your front heel. Draw your belly in and draw the right knee away from the midline. Front palm flips, reverse. May you be kind. Side angle, may you release what you no longer need. Warrior 2, may you embrace your entire being. Reverse. Side angle, may you transition with ease. As you face your face just inside your right foot and bring your left palm to meet your right. You'll come out to the ball of your back foot. You're in a balance here. And very slowly, we're going to drop our hands down inside the right foot. Using a little bit of the energy of our right tricep inside our right knee. Press the right knee into the tricep. If you need to, you might move that right foot out to the right a little bit. We're going to drop the back knee. Hopefully you're above the kneecap. Untuck your back toes. Left hand down, right arm high for a twist. Bring your right hand to your right thigh. Point your right toes out to the right. Keep the foot on the mat. Maybe lengthen your stance again. Press inside that right knee to take a twist. Now as the right hand comes down to the mat, you're going to bring your heel and your toes parallel and peel that right foot open like a book. Your body might call for you to remain here, or maybe the hands walk forward, allowing the forearms to come to the mat, or maybe a prop if you feel that's the right thing for the body. one hand at a time. Plants. Remove your prop if you've used one. Bring the sole of your right foot back to the mat and your foot parallel to the outer edge. We're going to take a wide-legged forward fold at the front of the mat, hopping the back foot up and finding our fold. Maybe hands come behind your ankles or calves. Maybe they do not. And here it's as if you're pressing into the floor to lift the hips away. Hands drop to the earth. Left fingertips on the mat under your nose. Heel of the right hand on your low back. Inhale, lift halfway up. You'll come to your fingertips. Bend your left knee as you exhale, take a twist to the right. Both hands drop to the earth, both legs extend, head hangs heavy. Inhale, twist to the left as the left hand comes to your low back, bend your right knee. Exhale, hands down. Feet heel toe toward one another. They come bony hips with distance. We draw onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels off and sink the bum down. Finding this little squat and some balance with the hands to the heart. And then we rise into our chair pose, Utkatasana. Shifting onto the left foot, slowly draw the right knee in toward the heart. And then bird, airplane, or maybe just reaching your right leg behind. And meeting, when you're ready, in your crescent warrior. Taking your time to set it up, knowing there is no perfect. We are perfectly imperfect. How cool is that? How lucky are we that we don't have to aim for perfection? What is perfection after all? Something in our minds, a construct. Rules created by us. Draw your palms together overhead and then lengthen the arms in front of you. Lock the arms back in your shoulders. Peel open your arms, come into your warrior two. Taking your time to find your journey here. And as much as possible with the alignment inherent in a warrior two, but that works for your body. So if it hurts, you're going to adjust. Reverse your warrior. Side angle, may you be kind. Warrior two, may you release what you no longer need. Reverse. Side angle, may you embrace your entire being. Warrior two, reverse. May you transition with ease. Final side angle. Peer down at your left big toe. Draw your right palm to your left and spin onto the ball of your right foot. A little balance. Nice and long. Slowly drop your back knee to the earth. Untuck your toes. Place your hands on the earth. Right hand down. Left arm high twist. Adjusting as need be. Over time, the body eases into it. My body's pretty tight in the shoulders and in the triceps and the biceps. So it takes several breaths to move into a posture where I'm getting more benefit without injuring myself. Place the left hand on your left thigh. Heel toe your left foot out to the edge of the mat if it's not close to it. And then point your toes so that they are outward and the heel inward. The left hand places inside your left thigh. Press that knee away and back and find your twist. Ideally, you're above your kneecap on the right side, so if you need to shift, feel free to shift. And if you need something to protect the knee a bit more, you could fold over your mat or place a blanket or something underneath it. Left hand comes to the mat. Foot comes parallel to the outer edge of the mat now. Then you can peel the inner edge off the mat. Remain here, find your prop edge, and or move your hands forward to bring the forearms to something. Hands plant. Return to a tabletop. Cats and cows, shimmy, shimmy, shop, cocoa puff, hip circles, hula hoop movement, whatever works for you, take it here. And draw your sitting bones to your heels, knees are together. And if you need help because your knees don't bend that deeply, you can always roll up a blanket or place a hoodie or something behind your knees, or maybe a block underneath, in between your shin, your calves, and your bottom. Heels of the hands to the inner, to the hip creases, and we find a little movement forward and backward. I actually see there are a couple of notes here. And now we find a little bit of lion, opening the tongue, opening the mouth, opening the eyes. And we'll work our way into back bend, drawing onto our knees so we're kneeling. You can tuck your toes under. You might do this with your hands on your hips right at your heart, or perhaps if you have a full camel pose and you can do so safely, you can take it from there. I'm going to take it one side at a time, starting with the hands at the heart. We're sending the hips forward, lifting from the pelvis all the way to the sternum. The heart shines upward like you're lighting the stars, and the shoulder blades squeeze together. Maybe the head drops back. We take that again. Hips forward, long torso. Lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades. Maybe one hand can drop back to a heel, and the other arm lifts high. Lifted hand comes to the heart, other hand joins it, and then we take the opposite side. Lifted hand to the heart, other hand joins it, draw the belly in, lift all the way up. Untuck your toes and sit back on your heels. We'll find our way into a twist. Let's go ahead and start again with east-west, left arm forward, right arm behind. Both arms up overhead, torso face forward, and east-west other side. Arms lift up, torso faces forward, hands to the heart. We're going to come on to our seat. We are moving into our last 5 minutes of practice today. We're going to find a little hug for ourselves, again, like we did at the beginning of practice. Arms are wrapped around your shins, head drops. Spine and shoulders are rounded, and maybe there's a little bit of a shift forward and backward, extending the arms and bending them again. And roll all the way down to your back. We're going to find our way into twist. So bring your feet as wide as your mat. Drop your knees together. Bring your arms into a cactus shape, so the backs of the hands, if possible, are on the earth. If that doesn't work for you, you can just extend the arms out side to side. A little windshield wiper movement left and right with the knees, keeping the feet nice and wide. And then a drop of the knees all the way to the right, while moving your gaze and your chin toward the left. Big breath in. And a full breath out. There's a place sometimes where we get a little antsy. May I be kind. May I release what I no longer need. May I embrace my entire being. May I transition with ease. We're now going to physically transition with the knees toward the sky, slowly moving them over to the other side as the head turns the opposite direction. May I be kind. May I release what I no longer need in my body, in my mind, in my heart. May I embrace my entire being, all of its parts. Even the parts I don't like. May I transition with ease, knees slowly point to the sky, as does the nose. The feet draw together, soles of the feet together as the knees drop out to either side of your mat. Supta Baddha Konasana, our supine bound angled pose. Maybe you bring the arms overhead and the thumbs hook. Fingers spread wide like you're creating a beautiful bird with all of its feathers lifted. And maybe to find what works for you, the arms lift up toward the sky. And then you release the thumbs, allowing the palms come to the hip creases. Big breath in. Let it go. If you need any other movement or the body is calling for another posture before you move to Shavasana, feel free to take that. I'm going to gather my knees into my chest, give them a good squeeze, and take a little rock left and right. Big breath in. Complete breath out. Move into your final resting posture. That could be legs up the wall. You might stay in Supta Baddha. Or you can find the more traditional corpse pose with the legs extended, the arms extended, space between the feet, space between the arms and the side bodies. Shoulder blades kissing the earth and the chin a little tucked. Back of the head heavy. Calves heavy, hips heavy, heels heavy. Breath in. And release. Encourage the breath to deepen once again, and like a tortoise, keep your tortoise in mind as you transition onto one side. And on your side, a little gratefulness for yourself, for you came to your mat today. You practiced, you took the time, you made space, you showed up. Bring back to mind your intention or your motivation and press yourself back to a comfortable seat. Hands at your heart. Today we will close with our loving kindness mantra. Big breath in, full breath out. Gentle, effortless breath. May I be kind. May I release what I no longer need. May I embrace my entire being. May I transition with ease. Thumb knuckles connect at your center forehead so that you can bow, honoring the practice and one another. Namaste. With big thanks to you for joining me today, or whenever it is you're joining me, for this comforting and slow tortoise-like practice. Perhaps that's something you can imbue into your day and remove some of that anticipation, anxiety, speed with which we have created these lives. May you be kind. May you transition with ease. See you in November, starting the 19th at 10 a.m. My name is Karen, coming to you straight from the coolness of Vermont. Salt and Sand Studios. Love to have you here when you're in the area. Take care. Bye.